Here I'm Alex Fortey and we are here with Andy Gorman, putting and short game specialist. Now, we've been discussing how, if you can become a lot better from 150 yards, that pretty much we can guarantee that you're going to cut, whatever your handicap is, we're going to cut it in half, correct?
Absolutely.
Sure. So, what can someone do? Because 150 yards it seems a very significant distance in the fact that often the markers are there. People, whether it's whatever tees they're playing off, whatever distance they hit the ball, we're often from around 150 yards. It's just the way courses are kind of designed, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, how can we help people get better from 150 yards? What do you think they do wrong, and how can they improve it?
Well, there's a couple of things. I think most importantly, we're looking at consistency. Consistency in terms of how golf's a game of misses. We know where the good shot's going to go.
Yeah.
Unless, of course, you try to hit it into a bunker. You really shouldn't be playing the game if that's what you're doing. We're trying to get the golf ball on the putting surface, and depending on our playing level, will determine primarily how close to that target, that flag target that we're looking at. Now, if every single flag was put in the middle of the greens, golf becomes a lot easier. I think sometimes as a recreational golfer, as a weekend warrior, we'll get out there and we'll dial in for a flag that we have no business going for.
For sure.
So we can look at consistency on just being straightforward and simple. The flag's on the right to a green that slopes away, and at the bottom of that slope is a pond. Get away from the flag.
Yeah.
Take the downhill putt from 30, 40 feet if you have to. That's definitely going to lower your scores. And I can tell you from experience that I went through a couple of months period where I knew where I was hitting the golf ball. I was really consistent, but I specifically designed my game around the middle of the green and forget the flag. I played away from the flag, even if it was relatively easy to get to. Sometimes I hit the ball close, but that was by mistake.
Yeah.
And the middle of the green was what I played for. Well, scores came down.
Well, a lot of it is golfers, there's another video on this, but golfers often choose either the club or the target for their best shot. And whether you're a professional or a 25 handicapper, you're not always going to play your best shot. What you have to do is take your average shot. So you have to allow for that buffer and that margin of error.
Yeah.
When people do that, their scores are going to dramatically improve.
I'm going to embarrass Alex now, but Alex, when he first started having lessons with me, came for a playing lesson. And I remember we asked Alex, I was with another coach at the time, and we asked Alex the question, how many times out of 20 could you produce that shot? Now, as it happened, with all due respect, he'd hit it on the green, on a par 5, over some water. He hit his best shot of the day.
I'll tell you remember that. That's
and the remarkable thing was, he said probably that was the only time he'd do it. I'm not going to embarrass him by telling him how many golf balls he had left in his bag to be able to reproduce that shot. But the critical part of that, if you can only reproduce that shot 1 in 20, no matter what level of golfer you are, don't play.
It was stupidity.
It was, and you realise that, and it improved your game because unless maybe that was the last hole and you needed to make eagle on the last hole to either make the cut, maybe to win the tournament a little bit, tin cup. I can do it, so I will. And
my favourite movie.
That's the thing. So here is understanding about playing your best shots, playing to your strengths, and recognising, well, actually, you know what, I can probably do that 3 out of 5.
Yeah.
I'll give you a pretty good idea as to whether or not you can, produce the shot for consistency.
So that's the thing. Like, if people really want to improve from that 150 yards and in, it doesn't have to. I mean, the takeaway points really are you don't. Very rarely do you have to actually go at the flag and take your average club and distance. And find your just average comfortable swing that's going to get you to the safe place.
Yeah, for some guys 150 yards is a pitching wedge. Given that a pitching wedge may have 44 degrees aloft on it, which in my day was nearly an 8-iron. And for other folk it may be an 8-iron, others it may be a 6 or even a 5-iron. So the distance isn't important in terms of the total distance, and if it means that you have to bounce the ball short of the green to roll it on to get it 150 yards, then you're going to have to play golf like that. for those of us that can fly it all the way to 150 yards, we take the club that does that. But effectively, he's realised that it's an easy enough number to be able to work with if the club is lofted. If the club isn't lofted, 5-iron maybe, and we're allowed for some rollouts, then there's some other equations that have to be taken into account. So play for your consistent best shot, rather than for your 1 in 20 best shot that may just never happen. So scores are going to go up if you find one of those 19s.
So we're going to bring you another video as well, but we're going to talk about some swing mechanics and what to look for to kind of improve that consistency from about 150 yards.
Absolutely.
Look out for it.
If you want to get help with every facet of your game, just click the link below and go to theartofsimplegolf.com/free for a really great series for the ultimate lessons, ultimate simple lessons to help you play your best golf. Now, please like and subscribe, share the channel. If you have any questions whatsoever about this video or others, just leave them below and we always get back in touch. Thanks for joining.